welcome back to my channel. Today is day 3 of my pouch diet, my 5-day reset diet that I had vlogged about just a couple days ago in my weight loss journey video. If you haven't seen that, it's linked down below. I talk about my weight loss journey and my journey through gastric bypass, as well as to where I'm at now on the 5-day reset diet. So, today I'm making the chicken Parmesan patties, and I have all the ingredients here ready to put together. I will go over them. This recipe is actually supposed to be tuna Parmesan patties made with canned tuna, but I'm allergic to tuna, so I substitute canned chicken breast. And the regular recipe is for 4 patties, but we're going to be having this tonight for dinner, so I actually quadrupled the recipe, and I'm using 2 12.5-ounce cans of chicken and 4 tablespoons of mayonnaise. Will you grab the mayonnaise out of the fridge before you go? And 4 eggs, 4 large eggs, 8 tablespoons of Parmesan cheese, garlic powder, onion powder, salt, and pepper. So I'm sure that the Parmesan cheese you get for spaghetti, you know, at Italian restaurants where you shake it on, I'm sure that would be fine, but I prefer to get block Parmesan cheese and shred my own. So I'm hoping I shredded enough here. If I didn't, I'll shred some more. So, and did I say flax? Yeah, 8 tablespoons of ground flax. That's very important for the nutritional content in these. They stay together pretty well without it, but you need that for the nutritional content. So basically all you do is mix up your ingredients. I've got the canned chicken already in the bowl. That's the only thing that's in here. I'm gonna shred it a little bit better because it comes in chunks. And then we'll start adding our ingredients. These are surprisingly delicious. There's no sauce or anything, and I actually fry them in a skillet in a little bit of oil, and they come out delicious. My husband even loves them. So that's why I say we're having them for dinner tonight, because now that I'm done with the liquid phase, day 1 and 2, I can actually have real food. So I'm going to have one for lunch, and then we're going to have them again for dinner tonight. Canned chicken is so great because I often add it to soups, like sometimes even canned soup that I may buy. I'll add a little bit of canned chicken to it just to give it some additional protein. And then there's many ways you can prepare this. When I lost weight on my first weight loss journey, when I lost weight on my own, I would actually mix it with onion and a little bit of mustard, no mayonnaise, and I'd eat it like chicken salad on crackers or bread or even by itself. It's very good. You could also use Dijon mustard, which would be really good. Okay, this looks good and shredded, so I'm going to start adding my other ingredients. I'm going to start with the flax meal. And I need 8 tablespoons. 1, 2, 3. Looks like a lot. 4. 5. 6, 7, and 8. Okay, so that takes care of that. I may as well go ahead and do the Parmesan cheese and see if I need to shred up any more. 1, also 8 of these for this particular recipe. And I'll copy the recipe down below as it's written, not as I'm making it now, because like I say, I'm quadrupling the recipe. 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to be very close. I think I'm going to be about 1.5 short. 6. Actually, about 1 short. 7. Close enough to call. 7 plus some. Okay, we're done with this. I wanted to leave these out so you could see what kind of chicken I use. 12.5-ounce cans each. There's 2 of them. Then we're going to need 4 tablespoons of mayonnaise. And honestly, I use real mayonnaise and I use real sugar when I need something sweetened. I use, or something like agave syrup or stevia or something like that. But I use real ingredients, real cheese, not that shredded stuff, because they add a lot of anti-clumping agents to shredded cheese, and I don't like that. So I tend to go for the block cheese and I shred it myself. It's about the same price in the store, which, you know, a lot of people go for convenience. This doesn't want to come off. But I try to eat as least processed as possible. Like that, I mean, we fall short, definitely, but, you know, I do try to select items that are the least processed if possible. And non-GMO. I'm trying to get more into non-GMO because there's actually a lot of products out there that are non-GMO. So I like that. If you haven't seen my Hungry Brute video, they're very clean and their ingredients don't have a lot of junk in them and stuff, which I really like. So try to get some of this mayonnaise off my finger. Okay. All right, and then I'm just gonna mix this up a little bit and then I'm gonna put the eggs in. I'm trying to get it somewhat blended together so that everything doesn't want to stick all in one pile. It's actually coming together quite nicely. And it calls for garlic powder, onion powder, salt, and pepper. And it calls for a dash. So it's basically to taste. Although I don't know if you really want to be tasting this with raw egg in it. I guess I could taste it before I put the raw egg in it, after I put the seasonings in. I guess I could do it that way. The egg's gonna help it distribute a little better. It's wanting to clump real bad. Okay. Now, normally I would use different seasonings. I love Complete Seasoning. It's one of my favorites. I use it almost every time I cook something. And I don't use much onion powder or garlic powder. I just don't. If I use garlic, it's real garlic. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of onion powder. It looks like a lot, but remember this is a quadrupled recipe. I'm gonna actually open my salt. I use pink Himalayan sea salt, which from my experience, sometimes you need a little more pink Himalayan sea salt than you do other salts. I tend to shy away from table salt altogether. Unless I'm at a restaurant, then, you know, I kind of don't have a choice. And then we're going to add the eggs in. Four large eggs. Maybe when I post this video, I can figure out how to speed up the video so you don't see me mixing for so long. That is a lot of egg. I don't know if I needed that much egg. I guess we will find out. I wonder how it would have worked with 2, although it's not completely blended either, so. It's very eggy, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. I've made these like 2 or 3 times before, and they always come out delicious. They've always been slightly different. Ooh. Okay, it's coming together pretty nicely. I forgot to grab a pair of my vinyl gloves so I don't get... And it would probably help to set this either in the freezer or the fridge for a little bit and let it like firm up really good to put into patties, because I noticed on prior times making it, it can be a little runny or whatever. Let me grab a pair of gloves and slip on really quick. So I don't get egg and stuff all over my hands. Well, if I can get them on. I've actually done really well on the reset diet. Day one was really tough. I'm not gonna lie. I did really good up until like later afternoon, like 3, 4 o'clock. I got really, really hungry, and I'm not sure if it was actual hunger or if it was head hunger or if it was both. But I started wanting to eat a lot, so I ate, several servings of soup. I had popsicles and Jell-O pudding, sugar-free Jell-O pudding and all that. And that helped me get through. And I actually came in right at the calories that I normally take in. So that was a good thing, that I didn't overeat a lot and that I didn't select anything wrong. That was part of it. I wanted crackers. I wanted things I shouldn't have. So I'm really glad I was able to do that. Day 2 was a breeze. Day 2 was no problem whatsoever. My appetite wasn't bad at all, and I stayed within my calories that day. Now, you can see kind of how runny this is. Like I said, putting it in the fridge would probably make for a better patty. I'm going to try to do these all the same size and see how many I come out with so I can accurately do my nutritional information. I like to track my nutrition because it's very easy to overeat, and you think you're not eating a lot of food, but when you start tracking it, you really are. And that can be one of the key factors behind weight gain, is just eating a lot more than you think you're eating. Don't trust yourself to know that you're eating what you're supposed to, because it's very easy to, even if you know your portion sizes very well, over time they can grow without intending on doing that. And it can get out of hand pretty quick. I need another plate. There's 3. So I'm gonna start frying these up and pat some more out. And again, I can tell you these are absolutely delicious, and it's something to definitely look forward to with the day 3 on the reset diet. I hope you've enjoyed watching. I'm going to do another update, and then I will upload this video at the end of my reset diet, and I'll do a whole synopsis of how everything went. Okay, thanks.